Hello, this is Sudarshana Starshine Star. I'm so glad that you're here with me. This is going to be a short audio clip, but it is a beautiful Sunday. It's November 17th and it's still 2024. And even though it's short, I'm going to do the 3 opening prayers that are in Sanskrit and Telugu that help to uplift and bless and purify and sanctify you, me, and this clip. They are the Guru Mantra, the Ganesha Mantra, and the Gayatri Mantra. Om, Om, Om. Guru Brahma, Guru Vishnu, Guru Devo Maheshwaraha, Guru Sakshat Parabrahmam, Tasmahi Sri Guruve Namaha. Om Suklam Bharataram Vishnum Sishivarnam Chatubhujam Prasanavaranam Dhyaye Sarva Vigno Prashantaye. Om Bhur Suvaha Tatsavitur Varenyam Bhago Devasya Dhimahi Dhiyo Yo Naha Prachodayat. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. All right, wonderful. Wanted to ask all of you that listen to my YouTube audios or look at my videos, I wanted to give this as kind of like a little pit stop in between the continuation of the series. I put up part 7 of my controller series a couple of days ago, and it was strangely cut off when I was kind of right in the middle of it. So I decided to post it, and I will be doing today the continuation of that, which I'm just going to call part 8 of the controller series. But before I put that up and before you listen to it, I wanted to say this. I really want to be clear about the reason why and my purpose in giving this information, that some of it is, well, a lot of it can be really disturbing, is not to break hearts, is not to bring people down, but we need, even in, as you can see, especially if you're in America, that you can see the upswing, that yes, the best is yet to come. The cleanup that's been going on for several years might be becoming more evident now, even though there's so much chaos going on still, so much disruption, but maybe more people are actually beginning to see the light in a real way, that, oh yes, this is we're climbing the mountain, but the best is yet to come. We're not going down, down, down. We're going up, 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 but it is a process. And my point in saying that is, for so many people that are what's called still sleeping, they just haven't awakened to what has really been going on in this world and on this earth realm. And some of it is just the way that it is, and some of it is willful ignorance, people that just, they caught a taste of it and it displeased them. It went against their belief systems and what they like to think is really more true than true. And so they're like, no, I don't want to hear it. And like putting your fingers in your ears and going, la, 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 I can't hear you, is what I call willful ignorance. And that really doesn't serve anything, because the beings that do that actually know, whether it's more subconscious than conscious, they already got a taste and they already knew they came up against something that was going to shatter something within them, within their belief system, their opinions or whatever, that needed to be shattered. But there was a resistance to that. So why I talk about the subjects that I talk about is that we need to understand that what has gone on that is really very shocking and disturbing has not been just within a small percentage of our Earth population. It has been on a very large scale manner. Very large scale. So we need to know what has been going on, even though it's very disturbing in many ways. And of course, there's so much good that has been going on. Of course there is. Of course there is. There's no denying that. But most beings and people don't have a problem with the good that's been going on. I mean, maybe, yeah, a small percentage of the evil controllers do and their minions. But for we the people, you don't need to hammer it into people's heads about just accept what was good. I mean, people tend to not have a problem with that are sane. They don't have a dark, satanic, evil, humanity-hating agenda, right? So it's talking about the other stuff that can be harsh, but we really need to know it. And now is the time to know it, not to be in fear of it, but to know it, just like we're going to need to know our true history of this earth realm. There's going to be so many curriculums and books and everything that totally need to be tossed because they're just lies. They're just lies, and we don't need any more lies. We need to know this information because it's only when you can teach it and share it that you really know it. And we need to know it so that it doesn't happen again. Because we are co-creators, and we have been, for the most part, with so much that's gone on underneath our noses, we have been what's called MK Ultra, which is a real thing. MK means mind control, from the German, from the NAZI, even though it was occurring way before the ostensible pop-up of the NAZI. And that's a real thing. But also because most people, we're all just living our lives, and we don't think about, we don't even go to think about the super terrible things that are happening underneath our noses and literally underneath our feet, underground, in deep underground cities and deep underground military bases called DUMBs, DUMBS, which span the entire earth. It's not just in my country, America. It's not just in Europe. It's not just in Asia. It's not just in Africa. It's not just in Australia. It was all over. And that has been being cleaned up for several years now. And by cleaned up, I mean that the white hat, it's called global, but I kind of hate to use the word global now. I mean, I don't hate to, but I like to say just earthly. The white hat global-earthly alliance, military alliance, began by first training in how to fight war underground. And we saw that in America. And enough people didn't question it, didn't wonder why there was official on .gov sites and official proclamations and declarations that the U.S. military would be training to know how to fight underground. And not enough people said why. Because there were beings living underground that needed to be cleaned out. And some are terrestrial and some are off-world. And they have a tech that is highly superior. And it's a certain tactics of going into these layers that go down miles into the earth and fighting these wars. And then once whether it's underground city or whether it's a dome, they need to be destroyed. And that's why we see so many earthquakes. If you look at a site called Raspberry Shakes, I think it's still up, it will show you, because earthquakes that are organic, that are natural on the earth, they don't just go down 10 meters into the earth. And they have aftershocks. So the ones where you see the White Hat Global Military Alliance is blowing up the underground cities and the DUMBs, that it will show that what looks like a quote unquote earthquake, it stretches from, long distances and spans, but somehow the earthquake only went 10 meters into the earth. I don't think so. And also no aftershocks. That's how you can tell from what's artificial and what Mother Divine does, like with our natural, tsunamis, hurricanes, and tidal waves and things that Mother Divine has naturally done. But a lot of it has also been done artificially through weather warfare for a very long time. And people need to be aware of that. But there are telltale signs, and that's one of them. So that has been being cleaned out, and very good news. But what I want to say really in this clip is that, so this isn't about breaking people's hearts more and just disturbing people more. I don't want to do that. That's not my intent or purpose. But you cannot be blind to what has gone on. You have to know what has gone on in order to have the sharpness of your perception and your awareness that you can see if it starts to occur again. Like, you don't want that to occur again. We don't want to do that. We don't want to be blind to that anymore. We want to be aware of that, and not in a fearful way, but in a vigilant way, because we're creating something new here. We're creating a new earth, and that's not the one world order or the new world order, which is completely satanic and really against all humanity. This is the new earth, which is a rebirth that Gaia has been going through. The earth is alive, and right now she's been called Gaia. We've had different incarnations of earth with different names. And Gaia is a living being. Gaia has her own consciousness, just like we do, just like each of us do. So Gaia has been evolving, and as a process of that evolution, people, and I mean humans and also other forms of beings, they aren't really going to be able to incarnate or stay on the new earth that's being birthed, because it will have such a much higher consciousness level. It's like you can only really see and perceive according to where you are vibrating, where your resonance is. Just like Nikola Tesla really did say, if you want to know about the secrets of the universe, look to energy, vibration, and frequency. It's all about that, because all around us, not only are there really incredible things that we're like, oh geez, I didn't really know that monsters were real, and vampires were real, and werewolves were real, and these creatures from other dimensions come and visit and hang around, and that's actually part of our reality, and we don't see it a lot of times. But there's also very beautiful things. Like, I remember once when my Swami, Sri Kaleshwar of Penakonda, India in Andhra Pradesh state, he took his Mahasamadhi at age 39 in 2012, but he's still very much around. But I remember when he was in the body, and he said, all around us are crystal palaces. Now, how many of us are seeing crystal palaces? We're seeing Fifth Avenue, we're seeing buildings, we're seeing post office, we're seeing suburbs, we're seeing people walking their dogs and whatever, but not that many people are saying, yeah, I went to go get a coffee and I'm walking along and I'm just admiring the crystal palaces, right? Right. So there's so much good. I just want to emphasize that. And we are co-creators. So also, too, I'm going to give this brief note. I didn't mean to make this clip too long, because I have much more to say in my controller series and in my Real series. And I'll probably repeat some of this that I'm saying, but I want you to hear this now. We are co-creators. So we do need to take responsibility for that, and also not go down in the doldrums. You have the ability, you can understand that when things have gone wrong and things have been in error and sin and degradation and horrible choices that beings have made that are really foul and create a hell on this planet and on other planets. You can understand that, as well as the opposite of what happens when people are goodly and godly and being their true divine selves, or at least aiming for that and being the best that they can be, and sharing that with other humans and beings and creatures and animals and children and babies and nature. You can see, the result of that. So the difference between that. And right now, we just finished, yesterday was the third day of the full moon, because every full moon and every new moon has 3 days. And it was so powerful, but I'm kind of getting tired of saying that, right? Because every moon cycle now that we have, that we're going into, whether it's the 3 days of the full moon or the 3 days of the new moon, I think all of y'all can agree, they're so powerful. I mean, they're like, woo! They're really purging. They're really like cleaning up a lot of negativity within us and bringing up a lot of stuff, making us look at issues and things that we really need to be aware of, so we can let go, so we can purge that, as well as bringing in like unexpected streams of just bliss and just unconditional wavelength experience of being that is just so happy making and so full of joy, and just being present and content and satisfied and feeling good about yourself and others in life. It's happening also more and more and more. It's very beautiful. So last thing I want to say, and I will have to conclude, I will have to repeat this on other clips, but I just want to put this in here. For people that are concerned, whether you're American or you're not American, concerned, for example, like in my country in America, we have President Trump is unequivocally stating that he's going to do mass deportations of all illegal illegal aliens, especially criminal illegal aliens. He's not talking about people that came in from other places in the earth and went through legal processes and have a green card or are in process of becoming a citizen legally and or have been here and made a life for themselves. And they're really American, right? Not that, but the illegal ones that are really criminal in what they've done. You're not supposed to come into a country and not have permission really and just do whatever you want and receive illegal funds or become a criminal like we see so much happening. No. But what I'm saying is that this is why research has been one of the reasons why it's so good to have done a lot of independent research. Then you'll know about Nesara Gesara, NESARA or GESARA, National Economic Securities and Reformation Act for America, or if we're American and we're looking out in the world, we call it GESARA, which means Global Economic Securities and Reformation Act. You'll know about that. You'll know about all the gold and treasures and just endless things that were confiscated from the evils when President Trump did his surrender tour in 2017 and extending into 2018, when he went to all the evil satanic heads of state and queens and kings and everything else and princes, and they all surrendered because he had the goods on all of them, on analog, not digital recordings, and all documents showing their foul behavior, showing their satanic pedophilia, satanic ritual abuse, murder, usage of babies and children, and all the things that they've been doing for a very long time, and that has really been required of most beings to achieve high office or power in this, what has been ruled for thousands of years by Satan, what has been allowed in this world to rule, and not fully, because we have choice. We have choice, but it's been a pretty hard choice. You know, a lot of people have preferred to believe that satanic dog-eat-dog theory or survival of the fittest. You know, Darwin was a Satanist. There's no survival of the fittest. This is Earth is created for humanity and for all the beings and creatures, and it's a gift from the divine, and it's a school, but it's an abundant, flourishing, amazing gift. But a very few, very crazy, insane, satanic beings, some human and a lot of them not exactly human, decide to steal it all for themselves and just leave tiny little crumbs for we the people, really enslave us. And that's all over the world. And that's what's coming to an end now. It's very good news, isn't it? So in terms of the deportations, to access the your quantum, your QFS, your quantum financial system account, because all humanity is owed, it's beyond what's called reparations, but for thousands of years the evils have stolen so much, and it's been repatriated because the evils also are very anal in their record keeping. And whether it was underneath the Vatican, in the hundreds and hundreds of miles of tunnels that went, you know, one from Vatican to Jerusalem, one to Buckingham Palace, one to Bosnia, all over the place, stocked full of gold and precious treasures and everything, and all the records, everything that was stolen, it was noted where it came from. So it's very easy to give it back. So not only is America, the American Treasury, abundantly wealthy, and the fake Jojo and his fake administration that was allowed to be for a while, they did not have access to that. Hence the crazy things you saw, like, you know, all the billions of dollars that stealing from the American taxpayers to give to Ukraine, for example, which was really their own back pockets. Just did a U-turn and went back into their own pockets, because they really needed money, because of President Trump's executive orders that anyone who committed crimes against humanity or acts of treason, they had all their assets confiscated. All the huge tech corporations that were doing this, they had all their billions and trillions confiscated. So when you hear President Trump recently declare that, for example, what's coming up is free college, top tier in America for all Americans, absolutely 100% free. And he said flat out, because we have billions and billions and billions of dollars. He should have said trillions, but the U.S. Treasury is so wealthy. And a lot of countries have a lot more wealth that they are not even aware of, because Nesara Gesara can't come out while there's still war going on. And it can't come out while there's still evils, because they will steal it. So that has to be fully cleaned out, but it's coming very, very soon. And to access your QFS account, your Quantum Financial System account, you have to be in your own country. So do you see the genius of it? So people why would they leave their countries? Because they're looking for work, or they're starving, or there's things going on. And we've had most of it in America and in other places in Europe. It's mostly been military age men. So we're not really talking about women and children here in our families. But for whomever, they have to go back to their own countries to access that. Can you see the incentive in that? Can you see the gloriousness that whomever signed on to Nasara Jasara, there are a few countries that didn't, whoever signed on to that, not only did they make a solemn pact that they cannot start war, otherwise they'll be kicked out of Nasara Jasara, but oh gosh, someone just tried to call me, so I got distracted. It's a genius plan because there'll be no more third world countries. All this thing of different tiered countries is because all the theft has been going on by the satanic evils making third world countries. No, there'll be no more third world countries. Every human, adult, mother, child, everyone, they deserve a beautiful life. And it's just the criminals that are doing very much evil stuff that they're going to have to pay the piper for what they've done, right? So there's so much good news. And I just want to say in the conclusion of this that there is a singer here who listens to my YouTube audios or looks at my videos. And thank you so much. Thank you so much. I've heard what you've done. Thank you so, so much. It's so wonderful. And I'm speaking again to this singer that you have an event coming up in Germany. And the day of that event is my birthday. And we share the day of our birth, not the month, but the day of our birth in common. And I would love to hear you sing happy birthday to me. So that's just a private shout out message. And thank you in advance. And that would be so great. So I have much to put up on my YouTube. And I'm going to end this clip right now with the closing prayer, which is in Sanskrit and Telugu. And what I'm saying is, God bless all beings in all worlds. Om Loka samasta sukhino bhavantu. Loka samasta sukhino bhavantu. Loka samasta sukhino bhavantu. Om shanti shanti shanti. Yes. Peace, peace, peace. God bless you and yours. I'm sending huge love and hugs to you and yours. I'm wishing you a fabulous rest of your Sunday, whether it be day or evening, wherever you are in the world. All my love. I will see you when I see you. And bye-bye for now.